Today, we're going on a different kind of exploration. Not to some distant land, but into the landscape within ourselves. We're actually going to map out a journey right into the very architecture of the soul.
So let me ask you something. When you need to understand yourself, or heal, or just find some kind of direction, where do you even begin? So often, it just feels like you're wandering around in a fog, right? It's all abstract and formless. But what if there was a map? I want you to picture this. A long, quiet corridor. But it's inside you, inside your soul. Maybe there's a soft light, and on both sides, there's a series of doors. Each one leads to a unique dimension of who you are, just waiting to be opened, to be understood. Okay, so you have this corridor, you have these doors, but you can't just walk up and open them. You need a key. And that key, well, that's where this idea of a Chay Session comes in. It's the method, the how-to that lets us begin this whole inner exploration. A Chay Session isn't just meditation. It's a structured, holistic process designed specifically to help you access those inner dimensions. So instead of just aimlessly wandering, think of it more like a guided expedition, one that uses very specific tools, these spiritual keys, to unlock real insight and restoration. The whole process really rests on three core elements. First, you've got the spiritual keys. These are specific Hebrew words from a single verse in Genesis, and each one corresponds to a door in that inner corridor. Second is sound as a bridge. The idea is that by speaking these ancient words, the sound itself, the vibration, creates a bridge that connects you to that dimension's essence. And finally, there's your inner light, which is just you. Your own intuition is the ultimate guide showing you what you need to see behind each door. And even though this sounds pretty mystical, it has a really clear, practical structure. You find a quiet space, you ground yourself with an intention, and then you start activating the dimensions by speaking or listening to the words. As you explore, you just pay attention to what insights come up. Then you close with a little reflection and integrate what you've learned into your daily life. It's this beautiful blend of the spiritual and the practical. Now, let's actually look at the map itself. And I want to be clear, this isn't just a list of concepts. It's a spatial framework, a true healing map that you can actually navigate inside your own mind. The layout is completely intentional. Visualizing this corridor transforms the abstract idea of healing into something tangible. You can mentally stand in this space, see the doors, and really understand where you are in your journey of self-discovery. Now, what's really interesting is how this corridor is laid out. The door is on the left side. That's all about building your internal foundation, figuring out your identity, your core values, your hope. It's the essential groundwork. The door's on the right side. That's about external growth. It's about applying those insights, preparing for the future, and really manifesting your purpose in the world. So, what does it feel like to actually walk this path? Let's take a brief stroll down this corridor together, just to get a feel for the journey and the profound thresholds you might encounter. Right at the heart of the corridor, you'll see two doors facing each other directly. These aren't just another step in the process, they are the pivotal gateways of the entire journey. This is the threshold between your personal groundwork and your divine potential. The fifth dimension, Naphach, is all about an intimate, deep connection to the Creator's essence. It's that moment of attuning yourself, of quieting everything else just to listen for that divine rhythm, that spiritual heartbeat. And directly opposite is Neshama, the sixth dimension. This is the moment of realization. It's awakening to the divine perfection that's already inside you. It's about seeing yourself as complete, perfectly aligned with your original design. Crossing this threshold is absolutely transformative. So you can see the flow, right? The journey starts with that crucial internal work, moves through this powerful moment of divine connection in the center, and then progresses toward manifesting that newfound clarity in your life. Let's open a couple of other doors just to see how this works. Imagine you turn the handle to the door of Adama over on the left side. As it opens, you feel a connection to your core emotional truths. This dimension is all about discovering your deepest longings, the authentic rhythm of your own heart. It gives you this powerful sense of grounding. Then, after passing through those central gateways, you might open the door to Haya on the right side. And here, the focus totally shifts to the future. This dimension is about receiving the provision, both spiritual and material, for whatever comes next on your path. It gets you ready for what's to come. So where does this path ultimately lead?
After walking the corridor and opening all these doors, you arrive not at the end of the hall, but right back in the very center. That's the ultimate destination of this inner map. Positioned right in the middle, at the culmination of the journey, is the 11th and final dimension. It isn't just another door to open, it's the point of synthesis, where the insights from both the left and right sides of the corridor all merge into a unified whole. And this point is called Chay. It means life of lives. And this really is the goal of the whole process. This dimension embodies ultimate vitality, wholeness, the pure essence of existence. It's the realization of your full potential, and it's achieved by integrating your entire inner world. Now, I know this is a beautiful, dreamlike metaphor, but let's bring it back to our daily lives. Why is having a map like this so powerful? What are the real practical benefits of giving some structure to our inner journey? Well, a map like this brings incredible clarity. It transforms all those vague, overwhelming feelings into a concrete, navigable path. It makes the healing journey a tangible, memorable experience you can actually visualize. Each door you pass becomes a milestone, which helps you track your progress and stay motivated. And finally, it creates a shared language, a clear framework that you can use for yourself or with anyone guiding you on your path. So, as we close, I'll leave you with this question. If you were standing in the corridor of your own soul right now, looking at the doors lining the path ahead, which one feels like it needs to be opened next? What part of your foundation needs attention? Or what aspect of your future needs provision? The map is there. It's just waiting to be explored.